Welcome to Agenda Edina, a program summarizing the actions taken at City Hall that affect you most. I'm your host, Dorothea Marty. The City Council has set the 2021 Preliminary Tax Levy at just under $42 million. Because of growth in Edina's tax base, 82% of residential taxpayers will see their city property taxes stay the same or decrease in 2021 under the proposed levy. 2021 is the second year of a two-year budgeting cycle and continues to build on current initiatives, including $2 million for planned capital maintenance and infrastructure improvements outlined in the city's capital improvement plan. Included in the $2 million is $470,000 in park improvements. The budget also adds a new police officer position to respond to increased demand for public safety while maintaining response times, and a new position in the facilities division to better manage approximately 80 city buildings or facilities with an estimated market value of $170 million.
The budget that we are proposing and that the council has tentatively endorsed so far for 2021 is really a budget that was formed in 2019 and tentatively endorsed by the City Council back in December of 2019. We still have one more approval to go, but so far so good in moving forward as planned.
On the median valued home of just over $550,000, the effect will be an increase of $4.75 per month. In preparation for the expected economic downturn due to the pandemic, the city earlier this year created a budget stabilization fund. Initial funding for the $4.2 million fund came from two primary sources: 2019 general fund surplus and construction fund reserves. These funds will be used in the future to help offset any potential budget shortfalls and to preserve future spending or service options without impacting the city's budget. The City Council will hold a public hearing on the proposed 2021 budget 7 p.m. December 1st and will act on the matter that night or December 15th. Absentee voting for the November 3rd general election is underway at Edina City Hall. All eligible voters in Edina can vote early by absentee, either in person or by mail. Due to the pandemic, voters are encouraged to vote by absentee ballot. To date, about half of registered voters have applied to vote by absentee ballot and will receive their ballots by mail. Ballots were mailed starting September 18th and can be dropped off at City Hall or mailed back in. Those who prefer to vote in person must wear a mask and may not enter Edina City Hall if they have a confirmed case of COVID-19 or are symptomatic. To ensure social distancing, a limited number of people are allowed inside City Hall. Once capacity inside the building has been reached, voters queue up outside. While outside, voters may fill out an absentee ballot application to speed the process.
Upon entering City Hall, we'll ask them to sanitize their hands so that they have clean hands going through the process. They'll get their absentee ballot application to fill out, and the pen that they will use, we'll ask them to keep that pen through the entire process. In exiting the building, there will be a bin for them to put their pen in, and we will sanitize those pens so that we can reuse them.
A ballot drop-off area is available outside of City Hall for voters to drop off their ballots without leaving their cars. Voters who want to drop off ballots should enter the parking lot from West 50th Street and follow the signs to the drop-off tent. Those dropping off ballots will then exit on Grange Road. Direct balloting, where a voter completes a ballot and puts it directly into the ballot counter, will be held at City Hall October 27th through November 2nd. On November 3rd, voters must go to their polling place to cast ballots. The Daughters of the American Revolution's local chapter has worked to foster patriotism, historic preservation, and education in Edina for the past 120 years. Edina TV tells you more about this group of women and their ties to America's fight for independence.
These are the photographs of my ancestors.
Proving
My grandmother,
a direct connection
Irma Potter Smith.
to patriots of the American Revolution.
She had the lineage that went back to the American Revolution.
can take years
Prior to 1700,
of research.
a patriot is not just a person who fought in the Revolution, but anyone who donated to the cause. That could be food, clothing, money, or any other means of support.
1,200 women in Minnesota have discovered and documented that connection. 110 in Edina, a requirement to become a member of the Daughters of the American Revolution.
We want to keep the stories of these patriots alive.
Edina is home to the DAR Monument Chapter.
It is the Bicentennial Rock.
Its chapters provide scholarships and share a love for history while working to preserve it.
We, the people, commemorate the bicentennial of the U.S. Constitution, 1787 to 1987.
The National Chapter was founded in 1890. The Edina Monument Chapter was founded in the year 1900.
The Monument Chapter is called Monument Chapter because our specific mission is to install monuments.
In addition to the Bicentennial Rock, the local chapter is responsible for the installation of 3 flagpoles in Edina. DAR members are active in their communities, volunteering and promoting patriotism. A connection to the hard-fought struggle for independence.
So it gives a person a real sense of belonging to the country.
And a willingness to continue giving.
So that it can stay one united and very successful.
I'm Dan Carpenter for Edina TV.
Last month, the City Council presented the annual Constitution Week proclamation to the Daughters of the American Revolution in honor of the 233rd anniversary of the country's supreme law. The City of Edina continues to closely monitor the spread of the novel coronavirus and is working hard to keep those who live and work here informed about COVID-19. Please visit edinamn.gov/coronavirus for the latest updates or sign up to receive City Extra emails or text messages. Thank you again for watching this episode of Agenda Edina. I'm your host, Dorothea Marty.